So welcome back to the York Woods. My name's Dan York. It's raining outside today. Kind of makes it hard to cut some firewood. So I got a new tractor a while back. I haven't really showed it much on the channel here. There's a couple things it's missing. One is a place to mount a chainsaw. I don't know why more manufacturers don't put those with them. Today I'm going to mount a way to hold my chainsaw. It's a little different than what you may have seen out there. It's not a saw haul. It's not really homemade as much as the mount is. The container unit is not. Also, another thing I've noticed with this tractor is it's kind of hard to get in and out of. There's no handle. Previous owner, I did buy this used. The previous owner must have had a mount of some sort there, or a light of something. There's a hole already pre-drilled. So I kind of got creative with that because I looked up a handle for this particular model tractor, and they're about 120 bucks. I did it for $4. The chainsaw holder that I'm going to be putting on, the only thing I paid for was the saw in the box. So everything else I've used from pieces of equipment around here. I know I've mentioned it in the past. My dad worked for a garage door company, so in tribute to him, I'm doing a lot of this with garage door pieces, or at least garage door track. So stay with me. Maybe get you a couple ideas for your tractor. Nothing else to do on a boring rainy day. So here is where my chainsaw is going to be mounted. Chose not to do it on the arm of the tractor just because I didn't like the look of it, and it kind of moves your tractor around quite a bit, or moves your saw around quite a bit. So what I've done is I've taken the curved section of just a standard 12-inch radius garage door track. They come pop riveted to an angle bracket, and there's one little hole up here on the fender, if I can move this wire, that if you look right there in the center, that is a support mount for the fender. Does a great job. Now I've got it kind of covered up here with cardboard. When I did this, I just used a typical angle grinder and cut some metal. The radius goes all the way down there, bolted in, and sets on another piece of framework. So that's the back part of it. The front side, again, up here underneath the fender. So this is, I cut apart the flag bracket, and it goes up into, let's see if I can get an angle here. You can see why I didn't film this whenever I was building it. There's a little bracket on the handle of the tractor. It goes through, it has its own nut. So it came down here, bolted in the angle bracket, and it comes out. So the top of that bracket is actually mounted to the handle, grab handle on the tractor fender itself. So it's mounted to the fender twice, mounted to the body once, and then once the piece goes on top of here, that should get it nice and rigid. I have checked, it does miss the tires. It's not too much missing, but it does miss the tires. If it does happen to be a problem, I can always readjust this and remount it. It's just a couple of bolts to take it off. So I'm going to paint this to match the Kubota orange, which again, it is the new Kubota orange high gloss enamel. This is the Krylon Farm and Implement. I did get it from Tractor Supply. Let's go ahead and get this taped off and painted. So what's going on that mount is a PowerBox by Husqvarna. I literally bought this saw in 2022 at the Paul Bunyan show. It was just such a good deal, I couldn't pass it up. It's a 450 Rancher. Not a major big saw, but it's going to be a great saw to keep on the tractor. I do have my other saws that I can put inside of here, or if I'm taking multiple saws to a spot to go cut up, I can take it with me. But it's nice to have a box on the Kubota because there's zero storage on these things. And to have a saw with me, especially when I'm using the bucket from Splitfire, or if I'm using just anything where I need to trim up a log out of the trail, it's going to be nice to have an extra saw, or it's going to be nice to have at least a saw on the trail. So literally, this saw has never been ran. I opened up the package today. I did put it together just so I could kind of test fit some of the brackets. But what's in these power boxes, down inside of them, this is how it comes from the factory, minus having the chain already on it. The bar comes in a piece of white cardboard. Chain comes in a bag. It's got a spot for, and they're all labeled, which is kind of nice. Your sharpening tools, scrunches, spark plugs. Back here, yeah, I missed a hole a couple times. It's got a spot for bar oil and a 2-stroke bottle. Over here, you can kind of see it down in that area there. Let it refocus. For your bench vise, I will probably keep a lot of this stuff in there. It does have a spot to Velcro your saw into place so it doesn't bounce around. That's one thing I like about this idea over a saw haul, is because one, you get to take a lot of your stuff with you. Two, it doesn't bounce around. Once it's locked in there, it's not going anywhere. So as you can tell, it is shiny, brand new, never been used 450 Rancher. I'm going to put a couple more coats on the bracket, and then we'll get this mounted onto the tractor. And just like that, bam, it's full. So what's in the box? Extra fuel. This is a throw bag that I've got an extra pair of safety glasses in it, and 4 or 5 pairs of extra hearing protection. An extra chain, pair of gloves, XP 2-stroke oil, extra guard fuel filter, or extra guard bar oil, a couple of wedges, some rags. I do have a file and a scrunch there in the door. If I can't take it down with that, I don't need to be taking it down. And boom, no overspray. At least not that I'm going to tell you if there was. So let's get this set up here. Man, that's a whole lot of orange on one screen. So I'm going to put the front ones in first. There's no problem there. I am actually using nylon thread locking nuts on these. Started here. So obviously, I don't always have to keep it loaded. But as far as a working height goes, this is fantastic. Get it Velcroed in. So there is what it looks like on the side of the tractor. There is a gap there, so it can move around. Let me know what you think in the comments. I would say start to finish, this probably took me, including thinking about what to use as the bracket, maybe 3 hours tops. Once I kind of got the ball rolling, it went super fast. Obviously, you can make this out of angle iron or whatever you might have laying around. This cost me nothing. I already own the chainsaw. I already own the box. I already own the track. I think I've got $10 in screws and bolts and a can of paint. So I got 20 bucks in the whole thing. Again, let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. And at the end of the day, keep customizing your stuff. Makes life a lot easier. Take care. See you soon. Personally, I think the bonus cup holder makes it all come together. Personally, I think the bonus cup holder makes it all come together.